Hey everybody, it's Mitch, and welcome to my next video. Today we have got another Dungeons & Dragons 3.5 Prestige class description for you. And today we are looking at the Complete Warrior, and we're looking at the Invisible Blade. So let's start talking about what we're going to talk about. And what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about what the Invisible Blade is, what it takes to become an Invisible Blade. We're going to talk about what the Invisible Blade gets. It's a bit of a tongue twister. And finally, we're going to talk about how good the Invisible Blade is and how you might potentially use it in a build. So let's get into it. So first off, the Invisible Blade. Well, they're a very special prestige class that very much believes in focusing on minimalism. They really like using as little in terms of weapons and armor as possible. They tend to stick with just a dagger or a dagger-like weapon. There's a small list of similar weapons that are specifically listed. And they tend to prefer light armor or no armor. This is basically how they like to fight. They very much like the idea of being underestimated. They really try and downplay their class. They actually encourage misconceptions that make, like when people say, "Oh, invisible blades, they're bad." Like the invisible blade, loves persisting those rumors. So, yeah, they're very big on that because they really like the idea of catching their opponent by surprise. That's basically the Invisible Blade in a nutshell. So let's get started about what it takes to become an Invisible Blade. And this is weird, in all honesty. I don't actually, this is one of the first times I don't understand the prerequisites for a class. So first off, 8 ranks in Bluff and 6 ranks in Sense Motive. That makes sense. Pretty straightforward for a class that believes in stealth and all that. Now the Feats is the part that gets weird. So with Feats, it requires far shot and point blank shot, which is really bizarre seeing as this class has nothing to do with archery. And yet it requires 2 very major archery skills. So that's really weird. And it also requires weapon focus, dagger, kukri, or punching dagger. Those are the 3 weapons that they allow. I just forgot the full list. Anyways, special. So they must defeat a worthy opponent in combat using only daggers and no other weapons. Pretty simple. So that's it for requirements. A little bit weird, in all honesty. So let's talk about what you get as an Invisible Blade. So first off, you only get a D6 hit dice. Not great. 4+ int for skills. It's a pretty alright skill list, so that's not so bad. Now you also get a good base attack bonus, and you get sneak attack every other level, on the odd levels too. And this is a 5 level prestige class, so you'll get 3d6 sneak attack in 5 levels, which is pretty good, especially with a good base attack. You get a good reflex save, but a bad fort and will save, so not terrible. And you also get a couple of interesting specials. So like I say, the sneak attack can only be done with daggers, which isn't so bad because that's a pretty good weapon for sneak attack anyways. And there's actually a number of other prestige classes that also require daggers, so not so bad. You get unfettered defense, which basically just lets you add your intelligence bonus up to your class level to your AC, which isn't bad, assuming you're wearing light or no armor. So that's an alright feature. You also get Bleeding Wound, which I think is also a feat. Basically, you can give up 1 point of your dagger sneak attack in exchange for dealing a Bleeding Wound, which basically makes them take 1 point of damage until they heal it every round. So that's not terrible. They also get Uncanny Feint. Uncanny Feint is not a bad option. It basically, feigning normally isn't great in combat, but they can do it as a free action once a turn. So if you're only able to move and attack in a particular turn, like you're not able to get in and do a full attack, this isn't a bad option. You can move in, feign an attack as a free action, and then lunge in with your dagger for sneak attack, get some high amount of damage in with that one sneak attack. Not bad, and you don't like need flanking or anything. You can just run in, feign, and sneak attack. So not a bad option. They also get feign mastery, which means they can take a 10 on their feign check, so that they're more likely to actually pull it off. So quite good in terms of that. They don't get much else, so that isn't so great. But the fact that they do have a decent enough option to feign and sneak attack when moving and not getting a full round action, it's not a bad choice. It's also the rules in the book itself actually just say you can do it as a free action, although the errata does limit it to once per turn. So depending on whether you're doing it with the errata or not, kind of changes things a bit, but it still makes feigning useful. Pretty good class all in all. Not excellent, but it's solid. Anyways, let me know what you guys think of the Invisible Blade down below. If you enjoyed the comments, if you enjoyed the video, consider giving it a like. Maybe subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this, because we do one on every class race and prestige class in Dungeons and Dragons 3.5. Ring that notification bell so you never miss out on a video. And as always, I'm Mitch. I'll be seeing you